know why that fucking chat was being stupid, but whatever. I was talking for an hour. Okay. No. I don't know how I'm gonna put these two videos together when I post it. Maybe they'll be two separate videos, but I really don't care. It's a 3D circumstance. It ain't bothering me. So I'm just gonna pick up where I left off for those who were in the other live. Yeah, I don't know. It wouldn't show me the puzzle piece to scroll. Then it kept saying live is gonna end, but it's like, I think that they shouldn't even have that feature. Like, if you want to live stream and just let it run for like hours, I don't see a problem with that. But anyway, thank you all for joining again. So I'm gonna finish with this Mufasa thing because I think it's very pertinent for those of you who are in this like, again, we're not saying you're manifesting another person, but we're saying this individual who wants to do what you want them to do, okay? If you're in a situation like that, okay? Because you're the only creator. So you cannot meet your friend at the beach if you are at the ice skating rink. Just like you cannot say that you want this dream relationship, this dream partner, okay? But your dominant state is relationships never work out. Relationships ain't shit, because whoever is going to present themselves to you, they're neutral, but they were the closest thing in resonance to what you were emitting. So that's why it happened to be Mufasa that was magnetized to you, okay? So you cannot meet anyone unless you are already there. If you are not in the dominant state of being in your perfect relationship, a partner, potential partner, can show up. Mufasa can show up, Simba can show up, Pumbaa. They can all show up, and you are in the state of saying relationships ain't shit. Guess what's gonna happen? Mufasa, Simba, and Pumbaa, they're all gonna show you where you are from like an energetic metaphysical standpoint, okay? Exactly, Ashley, they can only meet you where you're at. So you can't say, I'm at the beach, and tell your fucking homie to meet you there if you're at the ice skating rink, because you could say, I'm at the beach, and your homie is gonna go to the beach, and they'd be like, where the fuck are you? And you're like, well, I didn't know I was in the ice skating rink. Really, my dude? There's a big difference. There's a big difference. At the beach, you hot, you out, you putting fucking oil or whatever the fuck on you, okay? You got a cooler full of fucking beer and shit. At the ice skating rink, you bundled up, the fuck? You sipping hot chocolate with Bailey's in it, just why not? So that's what you're fucking doing when you're saying, well, I want this perfect relationship, but thank you for the gifts, thank you for the hearts, but you are in the state of saying, oh, relationships don't work out. So you are not there. And that is the same thing. So Mufasa, Simba, and Pumbaa show up, and they're all there because like you're wavering. Like the video that I recently posted, why the 3D can sometimes look like a shit show, which is gonna be my next topic. I'm gonna expand on that a little more, but let me just get this out before I forget. You're going to see a little bit of what you want and then some of what you don't want. Why? Not because the universe is testing you, but because that's what you are emitting. So you're saying, yes, my dream relationship, blah, 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 blah. Then they look just like Mufasa. Mufasa comes through, but then you're still in the story. Relationships don't last, or this or that. And then, so Mufasa does show up, but you are not there to meet Mufasa in the state that you want, because you're at the ice skating rink, you ain't at the fucking beach. So you're like, wait, like what's happening? And that is why, and I've noticed this especially with like relationships, okay? Because, you know, in my opinion, just from what I've heard and things like that from other individuals, everything is a reflection of you, right? But someone else in a humanoid vessel, they're the closest representation to you, right? Because you can say that money in your bank account is a reflection of you, your home is a reflection of you, all of that, it is a reflection of you, but the closest thing that's like animated and walking around in a flesh suit is going to be a fucking person, okay? And that is why, if you take a look around you, okay, you cannot meet anyone in your life right now, especially if there's someone in close proximity, unless you are there too. So if you're saying that you have some friend or whoever, right, and you get along with them, but they're always complaining or they're always negative or whatever, you can't meet them in a place where you are not. So what is that shared commonality between you and them, right? Do you have anything that you perceive as negative to complain about going on within you? Then there's your fucking match right there. Maybe you're complaining about this topic, they're complaining about that topic, and you don't see it as like they're a reflection of me, they're always complaining, because your topic of complaint is different than theirs. So you don't see it, but they're still, you're kind of like, oh, I want to talk to them, they're always complaining. But then you're always complaining. It's just you're complaining about something else. Do you see? So it can show up in those weird ways. That's what I'm saying. Like, be mindful of like the closest individuals around you. And of course you can rewrite them, because they're still responding to your perception of who, you know, you're choosing for them to be. So if you want someone to stop complaining, I would first go in and be like, okay, is there an area in my life where I'm complaining? Like, because I do that constantly. Because I always want to see it, whatever, not me, my God self, but you know, it's like a little fun game. I'm like, let me see where I'm at. Like, how did this go? Like, I'll take a little inventory. How did I perceive this? What did that mean? Like, did I take anything personally? Is it like, do you see? Because that's where, you know, I don't know, for me, it's kind of fun. I love self-evaluation, but that could just be me. Exactly, Shelly. No point being annoyed at the mirror. They can only be as you are. So figure out if you have a point of contention with anyone in your life, where are you holding that point of contention? Okay. There's something within you, because they cannot meet you where you are not. So there has to be a commonality. And this is why sometimes, like, there might be motherfuckers that you were really cool with, and then now they're just nowhere to be found, right? Because there's no common ground. So they had to have went away. They had to have. Because if you're not in resonance with something, it cannot be near you, even if that's a person. And this is why a lot of individuals who, you know, whatever, they have a love interest, okay? And they're saying that they're doing all of this. They're affirming, they're scripting, they're visualizing. I'm just going to go with that example for a love interest, because this is where motherfuckers tend to get like, you know what I'm saying? 50 Shades of Grey. and they're like, but I was doing this and I was doing that. Da, 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 da. My dude, maybe the motherfucker, the love interest, okay? Yes, it's already done on another quantum unit, okay? But why is it not done right now? You cannot meet them where you are not. You bring you with you no matter where you go, even if you're going on a field trip in your mind. They cannot be there. So you're saying, but I've been doing this, but I've been manifesting, but I've been, okay, so you're not at the place to meet them. Why? Because you're saying that nothing's happening. You're saying that, but they said this, you're going back, you cannot meet them there. And this is why a lot of times you will get this behavior from this individual that you're manifesting, and you're like, okay, it was going great, and then they ghosted. I didn't hear from them, it was going great, and then they bought my dude. Whoa, okay. But where were you in your fucking mind? Where were you in your mind? Because you can't meet them in a place where you are not. So yeah, you were in a place where they were showing up favorably for you, and then you went back to the ice skating fucking rink. Okay, so how can they meet you there when you're saying, yeah, but we're going to the beach? Oh, okay, So now these motherfuckers are going to the beach because you summoned them to go to the beach, but you at the ice skating rink. So it makes no sense. So when you're saying that you're manifesting an individual and they didn't conform yet, they haven't conformed because you are not conformed to be at that place where they can meet you in their conformity. Oh snap. Okay. They cannot be anywhere other than where you summon them to be. You're putting all the pieces on the board, and there ain't no rules to this chess game. You make the rules. If there are no rules, then there's no rules. If there's rules, it's rules that you dictate. That's all. So you're saying that Mufasa is showing up like a fucking shitbag, okay? Yeah, but I love Mufasa. Mufasa's so great. Mufasa, okay. But Mufasa's a shitbag. They're showing up like a shitbag. Oh, okay, so Mufasa can show up with like a fucking bouquet and a fucking engagement ring. And if you are not there to meet Mufasa, you're gonna say Mufasa showed up like a fucking shitbag. He presented to you with a bag of shit, opened it, shit flew all over the place. Yes. Don't be like that metaphor, okay? So you are saying that you want this motherfucker. They're so obsessed with you. They're so in love with you. You're already together. Oh, but Mufasa did this. Okay, my dude. Then Mufasa is trying to meet you, but you keep you keep changing the fucking meeting point. Because you're like, oh, Mufasa's showing up for me perfectly. So Mufasa's, and then you're like, oh, but Mufasa did this. Well, so now Mufasa's, what the fuck? Like, and that's why you get that hot and cold, because they are only abiding by your command of them. So let's say, okay, oh man, we want to do some role play. Does anyone want to do some role play? Man, we gonna get to some characters. Fuck yeah. This just came to me. Do some awesome fucking role play in regards to Mufasa, because like, why wouldn't we fucking do that? Oh my god, this fucking fly. Whatever, that's a magical fly. That fly is bringing me good news. That's what we do. That's what we do. We assign everything a good meaning, even if it seems like a mild whatever the fuck in the 3D. We give it a good meaning, okay? So the fly wants to chill here for the evening, I guess. That's fine. That's fine. I sleep with my mouth closed, so it's fine. Okay, so I scared you? What did I do? I don't even know. Well, I wasn't meaning to frighten anyone on this live, but let's go with the role play, okay? Monitoring spirit. Oh snap, yo, maybe. I don't know. I mean, hey, what's up? Monitor me. What you gonna do? No, there ain't no one bothering me. I already know that ain't no one bothering me. So if it is a monitoring spirit, it's in my favor. Absolutely. So, oh, good night from Trinidad. Thank you for joining so much. Have a good night. Okay, so we're going to do some role play. So let's just call it Mufasa, whoever this individual is that you're manifesting. Okay, so I'm going to do from the perspective of what is going on in Mufasa's mind. Okay, and this could be for anyone specific that you have in your mind that you're manifesting. Okay, so you're sending Mufasa these telepathic messages. Okay, Mufasa, remember, Mufasa's neutral. Mufasa is in love with me. Mufasa is obsessed with me. Mufasa cannot live without me. Okay, so Mufasa all of a sudden is like, interesting. Okay. This one's on my mind. I don't know what name we're going to call you, but let's just say God, okay? Let's just say God summoned me. Because you are God to them, right? Because you're the only thinker. God summoned me. Oh, okay. Yeah, I love God. God is so amazing. God is so wonderful and fantastic. Yeah. And then, okay, now you're still God, okay? But then you're like, but Mufasa, you know what the fuck Mufasa did? Mufasa said this 7 months ago, and, I haven't gotten over it. And then now Mufasa's like, God, well, God is telling me I did something wrong. Ooh, okay. I don't know if I'm feeling that. I did something wrong. All right, let me just not, I don't know. I don't even want to think about that. Okay, whatever. Maybe God isn't so favorable anymore because, okay. And remember, God means you, whoever the fuck you are. I'm just saying insert your name and insert person's name, whatever. Okay, so now you are going in again. You're saying Mufasa's so obsessed with me. I'm in the perfect relationship with Mufasa. Mufasa's committed to me. And then Mufasa's like, oh, God. Okay. Let me, I haven't seen them in a while. I wonder what they're up to. WYD. Who knows? Whatever, right? And then you receive the text message and you're like, WYD, what the fuck? I was manifesting commitment from Mufasa. Mufasa texts me, WYD, what the fuck? Like, who the fuck do they think they are? I ain't hear from them in months and they're gonna say WYD. They couldn't think of something more original. What the fuck? And then Mufasa, right? You respond as God like a day later because you're still watching dating content and you're into that shit. I'm gonna respond a day later, even though I didn't like what they fucking said, but I'm gonna still play games because my ego is attached and assigning unassumed importance to this individual because they're not important. You're important, okay? They're important that maybe you get along with them and you like them and you find them jiggy to fucking fuck, but they're not as important as you, okay? So you gotta stop saying, why did they do this? You have to say, what did I do to help create that? Okay, good. So now you respond the next day and you're like, hey, and then you're like, yeah, I responded to Mufasa. I just said, hey, because, like, I don't know why the fuck they would text me like that. Then Mufasa, because they're getting, remember, like lemon highball, just because you don't feel it, you sipping on it, you thinking it doesn't mean shit ain't moving. So now Mufasa is like, why did I even text them WYD? You know what? Fuck this. I don't even, let me back off because, like, what the fuck? And then you text them, hey, they don't respond again. What is that? What is that? That is wavering, and that wavering came from you. But I showed you from Mufasa's perspective, right? Because you're God. You're the voice in their head, okay? And it's you, but they think that it's coming from them, okay? But it's still, they're getting the thought of you because you're the one that summoned them. So they're thinking of your name. They're thinking of your avatar, okay? They're thinking of that because you're the one that summoned them. So like, oh, God, I don't, maybe I'll say what's, no, that was a mistake. I shouldn't have done it. Do you see? Because you looked at the middle. You were conducting yourself from the body vantage point and not the imaginative vantage point. You conducted yourself well when you said, okay, yeah, Mufasa's happily committed to me, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so Mufasa's like, whoa, I'm under the grace of God. Wow, I love God too. Oh, God, I love you. Okay, cool. So then you started getting all wonky in your fucking mind, and then Mufasa was feeling that because Mufasa has no choice but to fucking sense the thing that we're transmitting. And then now Mufasa is now acting out the role you assigned. Exactly, Shelly, exactly. Pooh, my God, this fucking fly, bro. I'm gonna call this fly Mufasa. Oh, God. Okay, so anyway. Motherfucker, you better not. Okay, whatever. It's all good. Like I said, a good omen. Only good omens present themselves to me because I assign a meaning to everything. So anyway, Mufasa the fly. Yo, for real. Okay, so Mufasa has no choice. If you guys see anything flying by me, and you might, I don't know, because women's behind me like tap dancing and shit. This motherfucker wants to be a celebrity on the fucking live stream and shit. Okay, so anyway. So Mufasa is now wavering because you wavered in your mind, and you might think that it's not a big deal, but remember, the thought transmission is instant and it's always happening, okay? So that's why you're getting this weird thing with Mufasa. It's not because Mufasa's not trying to meet you there at the place that you said, Mufasa, we're happily committed. So Mufasa's been trying to go there, but then you're like, oh, WYD the fuck? And he's like, oh, like you keep putting a pause on it. And that's how it works, because he cannot meet you where you are. So if you're a little bit in this story and you're a little bit in that story, then he's still trying to meet you both ways, but you're the one that's not deciding on the fucking end goal. And you might consciously say, okay, yeah, I decided, but then you're way off the tangent when you're over analyzing these little things. So if you are like dealing with someone from like a relationship faculty, whether it's a friend, a family member, coworker, whoever it is, someone who's kind of like in your circle like that, and you deal with them constantly, you're not going to sit there and overanalyze every little fucking thing, because then you turned your focal point away from the end goal. You're looking at the 3D, you're being in the body, you're looking at things from the perspective of the body when you ought to be looking at things how you want them to be, not as they are, and that goes against everything that you've ever been taught. And so, of course, it's a normal and natural thing, because just like any other program, right, such as money is hard to come by, relationships ain't shit, blah, 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 blah. You were programmed, okay, as I was too, okay? We were programmed from an early age that you look at the tangible, you look at the physical, you try to problem solve, okay? Use tactics, use strategies when there is none. And manifestation goes against everything you've ever been taught, and you've been taught to look at and focus so much on the 3D that now when you're being given this information, you're like, a part of you is like, it's like that training to look at the 3D to gauge where you're at is still prevalent. And it's like any other fucking belief system. It's like any other fucking belief system. It's a belief that you have to look at the 3D to gauge who you are. Because if we even wanted to go with that, right, what does it say on your fucking license? It says a fucking name. Is that who you are? Is that who you are? And something else that's very interesting in the Earth Matrix that I noticed personally is that you are trained to identify as your career, okay? You're trained to, like you ever noticed, and this is, maybe it's just me, but I've noticed this, okay? Motherfuckers will introduce themselves, and one of the first fucking questions, okay, which I'm just like, my dude, I don't give a shit. Oh, so what do you do? Bitch, I chill. The fuck you mean what I do? I'm in the 3D, I'm chilling. That's what I do. What do you do, bitch? Fuck you mean what I do? Like that question to me is like, whenever anyone, that's an immediate, like, no, okay, no. If you, and I'm not saying like in a professional setting, like if there's like it's like a networking event for someone in a career, oh, I'm with so-and-so company, okay, that's different, because it's like there's a reason. But if you just meet someone randomly, so what do you do? What the fuck you mean, what do I do? What does that even mean? Even when someone asks your fucking name, my dude, who the fuck, that ain't who I am. I am the Lord and there is none else. I'm everyone and everything. Who you want me to be, bitch? I'll be whoever the fuck you want. Right? Because we're reflections of each other. So whatever, your perception of someone is, in my opinion, ideally it would be energetically. Do you resonate with them? Do you vibe with them? Can you get past? So what do you do? Because does it matter if someone is a fucking, I don't know, a barista or a fucking military person or a fucking professional NASCAR driver? Does that matter? But you're trained in the 3D to say, oh, this is who they are, right? They're a race car driver. They're a fucking barista. They're whatever, right? But that's not who you are. So it's a false sense of identity. That's not who you are. Like, that's something maybe that on paper gives you monetary compensation for putting in hours, but that's not who you are. So I've always found that question just to be annoying. Like, so what do you do? Like, because that's what they mean, right? In general, okay? Maybe that's my assumption, but in general, when someone says, what do you do? It's like they want to know what your job is, okay? So it's very, very brainwashed, in my opinion, in our society that like the job is like such a high importance, okay? When it's really not, because that's not who you are. Who you are as an individual is, in my opinion, of higher importance than a fucking job. Now, I'm not saying like you opened a business, you enjoy your job. Like, I'm not like, if you enjoy it, yeah, you can enjoy it, you can get paid for doing something that you enjoy anyway, and you can love it. There's nothing wrong with that. But that's still not who the fuck you are. You'd be like, yeah, I do this and I get paid. Sometimes I go to this building and they give me money for it. That's right. That's still not who you are. It's just, it's like a 3D action. So with manifesting, and especially because the whole thing with a job and working and like going to fucking good college and all that shit, it's just stigmatized in society in the 3D, okay? That manifestation, because if they're teaching you to go and get something that you can have as a job, and then motherfuckers ask you, so what do you do? And that's of such high importance because it's trained and ingrained for everyone to ask you that for no fucking reason, unless you're at a fucking literal business networking event, then there would be a reason, as I said, okay? But they train you with that. So do you think that they're going to tell you that you can create money out of your fucking mind? Not mean create money, but you know what I mean? Create the experience of wealth in your mind. You can create it in your mind. So what do you do? I manifest money out of thin air. How about your motherfucking ass? Answer that when someone asks you, so what do you do? I manifest money out of thin air. How about you? That's my skill set. Right? Like you see what I'm saying? You say that to a motherfucker. I mean, I would say that to a motherfucker because I don't give a fuck, but like, try it. Just next time some motherfucker asks you, so what do you do? Just say that. They be like, huh? Like, they're gonna have a lot of questions, or they're gonna think you fucking batshit. I don't know. One or the other, I promise you. Because it's just so unheard of. Because you're trained for the job. So when you're so trained that you have to have a physical job, you have to go to physical schools, you have to do this, you have to do that in order to achieve something, just in that indoctrination belief system alone, it's going to make a motherfucker skeptical of the manifestation aspect of it, because you're not trained that things can just appear. You don't have to do anything. And you might not see all the moving parts because you're trained to do the moving parts. You go to high school, you go to college, you get the fucking diploma, you wear the fucking cube of Saturn hat, and you're dressed in it's a fucking ritual. You're wearing a long gown, like you're marching down, like my dude. And then you go, and then you, whatever. Okay, that's what it is, in short. Okay, so you're trained to do that. And you're like, well, this is the only way that things materialize, that you have to do something physical. And that is not true. But you believe it so hard to be true that's why even when you come into the manifestations, and even if, let's say, you're seeing movement or you manifest a thing, it still might be like, whoa, like, okay, I did this, but how did I do that? Like, I can't believe I created that. Or it could be, well, I'm doing everything right and I understand and I know the process, but nothing is happening. It could be that nothing is happening because you're trained to look for 3D evidence, and because you see none, you are declaring that nothing is happening, henceforth making nothing further happen until you change your saying that nothing is happening. Because it's so blasted into the psyche of the collective consciousness that A plus B equals 20 million. I don't fucking know. Whatever. Okay? You know what I'm saying. You do this, and then you do that, and then this happened, right? It's not how fucking things work. But you're not taught that. Because if you were taught that, there would be no fucking job to go to, because motherfuckers would just be wealthy and abundant and everyone would be getting along, and it would be like fucking utopia. Do you see what I'm saying? So it could be that you're doing everything correctly, but because it goes against everything that you've been programmed to believe is true, that belief system that this can't just be all I have to do. All I have to do is say I want something one time and just it'll happen. Wow, bro. But that's how it is. So there's a part of you that is refusing to even see that aspect in no matter what area you're manifesting, because you were trained not to see that aspect, because you're trained to see what's in front of you, which is why I said from the original Corinthians shit about the body. When we are absent from the body, we are one with the Lord. For we walk by faith and not by sight. Okay? Oh, hey, Kylie. Thank you for joining. So I don't even know how long I was talking on this one, but a lot of times your manifestation, right, because it's already done, you are just so in the belief that it can't be that simple, because it goes against everything that you have been programmed. And that might be, if you really are, and like, I don't know where everyone is at. This is why I try to speak generally, and I try not to use like time frames, because everyone's journey is different. So I'm not going to sit here and tell you, if you do this, you are going to get it. I can say, I did this, and this is what happened with me, which is why when I've even shared my stories, I'm like, individual results may vary, because you're not going to compare your manifestation journey with mine, just like I can't compare it with yours, because I'm not you. So for you to go by whatever anyone else has done, you're not them. That's it. You're having your own creative experience, okay? But a lot of times, When someone tells me that they have been doing everything correctly, they're affirming, they're scripting, they're visualizing, they don't even give a shit anymore. Okay, but then they're like, oh, but nothing happened. It could be that you are just so entrenched still in the belief that something more needs to be done because you've been trained that you need to keep doing things in order to get results in the 3D, that you're just not seeing it. And your refusal to see that it's already done is what is keeping it from you. You're refusing to see that it's already done. That is what I'm going to call it. It's a refusal, okay? Decide it's done to make the most of the unfolding. Yeah, and, you know, it's already, that's a good point, Shelley, because, you know what? The thing is already unfolded, right? Once you declare this is what I want, that path has already been created, right? Like I said when I was talking about that movie, Arrival, how the heptapod's language is in circles because it's the same thing. It comes back to itself. So the unfolding, it already is. Even that, it comes included with the manifestation. It's already unfolded. But you're the one that's getting in the way because you're saying that it's not happening. You're saying that's not happening. So even if the manifestation were to arrive like 1 minute after you declared it, okay, there was still a bridge of incidents that might seem like on 3D, oh, okay, there was a logical unfolding, right? Like, I declare that I have $10 million in my bank account right now. 1 minute later, it appears. And you're like, well, okay. But even that, because the story was already written in on how it was going to appear, you didn't see that, like, 2 months ago in linear time, someone sold their stocks, and then they fucking left it to the company, and the company was sued and used to work for that company, and now they're giving you $10 million, whatever the fuck, okay? Whatever it is. There was something that happened, you just didn't see it. But because you're trained to look for 3D evidence, you're looking for evidence now, and you're not saying that it's already done. You're like, well, where is it? But something else is supposed to be done. So now you're kind of holding that back. So then what happens? Yeah, they were going to give you a direct deposit, but because you swayed and you're like, no, but I must have to do something more. Even in that fucking minute, okay? It was going to clear into your bank account direct deposit a minute after, but then you said nope. And then what happened? Oh, they were going to put it as a direct deposit, but then someone decided they're going to mail you a check. So it's still on the way, but now it's going to take 7 to 10 business days to get to you. You see? Because it's already there. The problem and the solution are the same thing, but you get in the way because you might think that you have to do something more. And let me tell you, if you're already at a place where you sense that you've done everything, you've done the fucking most, and you're just like, I'm just, okay. And you genuinely just relax, and you're like, you know, I don't even care what comes, it's fine. That is what it comes because now you're not looking for evidence of it not to be there. So it has to be there because it's already there, but you just couldn't see it. And it's like, you know what they talk about when they say like the veil? Yes, it does already exist. Yep. Yes, exactly. The desire itself is a fulfillment. Yes. Because you're so immersed in the desire already being fulfilled, you're fulfilled. So because you're only in resonance with being fulfilled by it, then it appears in front of you. And it's kind of like a cascade of like, whoosh, like it all of a sudden appears, but it was always there, but you had your blinders on to it metaphorically because you were looking for it. So then from an energetic standpoint, it's like in front of you, but you're like, where is it? So I've had a lot of these instances where I'm like cleaning or some shit, and I'm looking at I don't know, I'm like looking at what I'm cleaning, I'm jamming out, I'm chilling, you know, and I'm like having a good time, and I'm like, oh shit, where the fuck are my headphones? Okay, because I'm cleaning, I'm like, oh man, did I misplace them? Like, what the fuck? Like, where are they? You know, I'm like, man, like are they in this room? Are they in that room? Whatever. Okay, I'm jamming the whole time. The music is in my ear, but because I'm looking for the headphones, I'm like, oh shit, where are they? And I fucking had this happen like quite a few fucking times. It's okay. I'm like, where the fuck? And I'm like going ape shit. And then I'm like, wait, what am I listening to? I'm listening to my fucking headphones. Isn't that fucking amazing? How was that even possible? Because my mind was focused. I have to look for the thing, so I'm not going to see the thing. I'm not even going to be aware if I'm listening to my fucking headphones, if I have the dominant perception that they need to be found somewhere. It's like the music was tuned out, even though it was going on the whole time, it was tuned out. And that is how your manifestations happen. It's like they were there the whole time, but you just didn't see it because you were looking too much at the absence of it or trying to do something else. So, I don't even know where this went, but here we the fuck are. I'll just catch up with the chat. So the key focal point to keep in mind is that, number one, for any questions or whatever topic is happening in the chat, because I like miss some of that, but you cannot be looking at what the problem is, and that goes against everything you've already always been taught. But you cannot look at the problem and expect the solution just to show up. It's when you are relaxed away from perceiving that there's a problem and you're like, okay, well, you know, this shit is already figured out on some level because I can see the answer. What else am I going to do? This is why when you even force something, ooh, you always have a good time in my lives. Hell yes, so do I, Shelly. We having a party up in this motherfucker. So you cannot force the 3D to do something, okay? Because forcing the 3D is not coming from the manifestation perspective that the thing is already done. It's coming from the perspective that you need to do something. There goes Mufasa. Okay. It's coming from the 3D perspective, so you can't, like in my favorite verse of the Corinthians, for though we walk in the flesh, we do not war after the flesh, for the weapons of our warfare are not carnal. Mentally. Oh, here's something that you perceive as a problem. It's already settled. Okay? It's already settled. No matter what you're feeling, any emotion that comes up, okay, it doesn't matter. You just say, it's already settled. It's settled perfectly for me. Peacefully, better than I expect. It's already handled. And then if the perceived problem comes up again, I'm gonna say it's already settled. Now, this is not to say to completely ignore your fucking 3D, like where if there's something that's occurring in your face, I mean, you know, deal with it as best you can physically. Like if there's, let's say, I don't know, your living situation, you don't like your roommate or something, and they're physically there, okay? It's like, well, what do you get? You know what I mean? But you're saying, you know what, they already left. And then in that particular situation or any other thing, if there's something that's in your face in the 3D and you're like, well, how am I just gonna like tune that out? You're with the roommate, okay? And you're like, yeah, they already left. Oh, this is the last time I'm gonna be picking up their dirty dishes. They already left. Yeah, this is the last time I'm gonna see their face. They already left. Goodbye. This is actually great because you know what? I'm so happy that I finally get to have this place to myself. Or another roommate, whatever, I don't know, whatever it is, okay? But they already left. Yeah, they already left. Yep. Oh, they're smiling and nodding. I'll smile and nod. Hey, how are you? Yep, just going over here now. Good to see you. Right. Yeah, they already left. Oh, they already left. In your mind, you persist. But in the 3D, you know, sometimes there are going to be things that like are there, okay? So you're just going to assign it, if it's in your face, the most favorable meaning. The roommate left faster than you could have expected, okay? That situation, yeah, this is the last time I'm going to be dealing with this. That's the last time I'm going to do that, okay? It's already done. You don't want to go to the job. You're manifesting fucking millions of dollars out of nowhere, okay? Oh, this is the last time I'm going to be driving to this job. Oh, look, the coffee maker don't work again. Okay, cool. Oh, no problem. This person's fucking being a prick. Okay, no problem. Yeah, I'm not going to have to deal with them soon because I got my millions of dollars and I'm out of here, okay? You would just deal with it as best you can, assign it the most positive meaning, even if the most positive meaning is, this is the last time I had to deal with that, and you take it from there, okay? So it's like you're not ignoring, I mean, you can't really ignore the 3D to an extent because we're fucking here, right? We're in fucking vessels, so there's just things, but you're ignoring the negative connotation of that thing in the 3D. You're like, okay, yeah, this is went on, like, because I already have what I want. Yep, I'm not gonna have to deal with this much longer. Yeah, it's already taken care of, right? Like, that's what you're doing. You're in your mind, just being in the story that you want. And the more you are in your mind with the story that you want, you're gonna notice that you're not even gonna care. So let's say if it's like the roommate situation, then you're just gonna be like, okay, well, you're probably not even gonna care if they have dirty dishes. You're like, okay, yeah, whatever. And then next thing you know, like they leave and they never come back. And you're like, what happened? And you found out they moved like to another country or some shit. Okay, and then your best homie gets to move in, and then, right? So it's like you're gonna stop caring the more you live in your mind with that story because you're getting used to that belief system, and it's gonna feel natural. I am what I say what I am, no matter what. Exactly, Shelley. No exceptions. No exceptions, no rules, just what you say goes. There are no rules. If you even perceive something that looks like it's like an impossible circumstance in the 3D, there's still no rules to that unless you say that there are. Everything and everyone always prospers me. Hell yeah, that's a good one. Brings you abundance, bring you joy, bring you peace, bring you love. Everyone and everything exists to assist and serve me. That's it. I'm everyone's favorite of all time. You know, here's something interesting. If you want to use this in any like affirmation, whatever the fuck it is. Oh, thank you, August. You love listening to me. I love fucking talking, so that works out perfectly, as does everything. Thank you for the gift. So when you say of all time, okay, like let's say I don't know, a relationship, right? I am so and so's favorite person of all time. I am so and so's ultimate lover of all time, right? Everyone at my job knows I'm their favorite coworker of all time. Okay. If you like lump that in there of all time, this is my personal perspective, that's collapsing any other timeline where it wouldn't be so, because you're saying of all time, then all timelines must abide by you being the focal point, saying that you're everyone's favorite motherfucker of all time, right? Because that's all time. So you don't have to say this, but I personally like saying that, you know, I am the best of all time. I'm the greatest of all time. I'm the most powerful of all time. That's it. Everything, the quantum field is gonna of all time. Like, oh shit, so all the timelines gonna start running and be like, yeah, that's true. That is what it is. Yeah, of all time is a fucking good one. What's my favorite question? I mean, I'm not sure what you mean by that. If you want to expand a little further, there could be a lot of questions. I mean, question about what topic? Like, what are we talking about? My favorite question? I don't know. Are we playing truth or dare? But yes, you can say that of all time. And, you know, you don't, I'm going to say this in every fucking live. I'm going to say it in every fucking live. You don't need to constantly affirm for the thing, as long as you're not thinking against it. But if you do say of all time for anything, that could be like, okay, yeah, so all time is listening to that because everything is always listening in your time, right? You're still thinking Mufasa. Hey, Mufasa, man, that's a chill motherfucker, you know? I don't even know where honestly, I have no idea where the Lion King just like entered the chat out of fucking nowhere. Like, it's so fucking bizarre to me. I don't think I've seen that movie in like fucking years, but you know, it is what it is. What's the update on Ursula and Scar? Oh my god, they're happily together now because Ursula stayed true to her mental diet and Scar came scuba diving with the eels and they lived happily ever after. And Ursula, because she had the magical powers, she turned him into like an octopus or a squid. I don't know if she was a squid or an octopus. I think she was an octopus. She turned him into an octopus as well. So he's like a lion on top and an octopus on the bottom. So now they could smash more easily. That's what happens. And he's also able to breathe underwater because Ursula always gets what she wants. Ursula didn't want to conform and go out and live in the desert with him. She's like, he's living under the sea with me and there they the fuck are. You know what I mean? So easy accent. Oh, I do love telling the story. I do. I love telling a story. That's why, like, with the visuals, oh man, that led me into another train of thought here. But yeah, I'm super good with the visuals because I could just picture, I could just go. It's like, where are we going? I don't fucking know, but I'm having fun on the fucking way. Who is the one new thought mystic you follow the most? I mean, I don't know if this is a really new thought person, but I really resonate with Osho. I love Osho. I fucking absolutely love Osho. Maybe not everything he says, but like just everything about him, how he had that like the commune with individuals. And he had like fucking, I think 73 Rolls Royces or some shit. And like he had his followers wearing like Kool-Aid colors. Oh man, bro, I love it. Like he would just, I'm dead ass. I heard this thing about Osho that he would be on the stage and he would just sit there and he wouldn't even say shit. And motherfuckers were like paying and just like lined up. They were just there in the fucking, I don't know, auditorium or whatever the fuck. And like they would just sit and he wouldn't even say anything. He would just sit there. And they just wanted to be in his presence. And I'm like, yo, that's the most gangster shit ever. I fucking love Osho. So, yes, Ashley, that is how you spell Osho. Woo! Yo, Shelly, the mind running wild, like legit. That's why, like, for me, I don't even, like, if I start thinking of something even that I want, it just comes in the form of like an image. It's just there. I'm like, okay, this is the next experience. Cool, no problem. Woo! Osho, I mean, he is a mystic. I think they call him a mystic, but he just, man, I love Osho. He's a vibe. He's a fucking vibe, okay? Like, he would get these custom outfits made. Oh my god, it was just fucking, man. I watched, there was this thing on Netflix. I don't know if it's still on Netflix, but it's called Wild Country. And it's like a series about like Osho and his commune and everything. And I don't know if I'm gonna say this correctly, Ma Anand Sheila. Oh my god, bro. Like, man. She's a vibe too. Ma Anand Sheila, like she was just coming out her face saying shit. Like, she's fucking hilarious in that show. I was like, wow, like this is just, it is really an epic story in my opinion. But if I had to go with like a mystic, Osho, like just from the vibes alone, like whoo. Yo, I do want to go to Ireland, Shelly. I do. Ireland looks fucking beautiful. It really fucking does. And I would go out drinking. We would hit the bar. We would have a fucking blast. I tell you what, that would be so much fun. For your 24-hour coaching, is it over just one topic? Hey, House of Holistica, how are you? Good to see you. No, any topic you want. Plus, I know you, so we'll talk about any topic you want. And for just in general, no, coaching is any topic. It doesn't have to be just one thing. Oh, you watched The Cell? Oh my God, what did you think of it? I still haven't found it for free. Istanbul, I don't know if I pronounced that correctly, but Istanbul, Turkey, it does look beautiful. And that other place with the balloons, Cappadocia, I'm probably like butchering the pronunciation of all these, but yeah, Turkey has always been on my bucket list. Oh, you're in Tulum? I heard Tulum was really nice. I went, the closest I've been to Tulum was Cancun, and that shit was lit. Like, I having a great old time over there. I heard it's like an hour drive or something from Cancun to Tulum, but I'm not sure. I have a lot on my bucket list. Just finished. Oh wait, what do you think about the movements? How to do with reality shifting? Well, the movements of the dance, I mean, in my opinion, it's like moving stagnant energy. You're doing something different. And that, in my opinion, was kind of like metaphorical for like shaking up the timeline. That's how I thought of it. I mean, do I think that you necessarily have to do a dance to shift timelines? I mean, if you believe that you're going to do a dance, you're going to shift the timeline right then and there, then yeah, that's just going to play out for you. But to me, it was more like metaphorical. Like, you're just doing these movements and you're moving energy around. Like, sort of like, what's that thing called with chi? I think that's how you pronounce it, but I think it's spelled QI. It's like moving energy around. But yeah, it's very fascinating. Movielayer.cc, thank you. Let me write that down because I know I'm going to forget. But thank you so much. Movielayer.cc. Let's see. Movielayer.cc. Thank you so much for your suggestion. I do want to see it. I mean, I'm going to see it, but for me, time doesn't exist. So I'll be like, oh, I'm going to watch it. And then I get like caught up doing something else. So, 1, 2, 3 movies. Ooh, thank you. Let's see. I'm going to see if I find all this stuff. 1, 2, 3 movies. Oh, it's the top result free movies online. Okay, cool. I'll definitely look into that later after I get off of here. Oh, Tubi. I love Tubi. Oh my god, have you guys seen the videos on here where they're like making fun of Tubi movies? I mean, I love Tubi movies personally. Like sometimes they could get a little too addy. Did I just see? I could have sworn I saw something else flying, but I see Mufasa right there, and Mufasa's just chilling on the sofa. But I saw something else fly. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. Okay, we got all right, magical Mufasa the fly. Qigong. Yes, that's what I've heard of. I've never tried it though. Like I remember I did acupuncture one time and I didn't really feel anything from it. I just went like for fun with my friend, like because my friend had a Groupon and was like, just come with me. I was like, but I didn't really feel any different. But I guess my intention was, I don't really know what's happening, so maybe it was just my perception. Mufasa's waiting. Mufasa wants to sit and watch The Cell. But yeah, have you guys seen on here, they have like these videos where they're making fun of Tubi movies, and it's like they'll show someone running, being chased, and then they jump over the fence and all of a sudden it's a totally different person. And then like Tubi movies be like, and I'm like, what? Like, I don't know. I don't think they're all bad on Tubi. Like, I really don't. I've had a really good time on Tubi. I'll tell you what, I've had a really good time on Tubi. EFT tapping. That's what, you know, people always talk about EFT tapping, and I'm not gonna lie, I've tried it, but again, I didn't go in with that. I'm like, what is this gonna do? I kind of just was like, oh, okay, like I don't know. And I looked into it further, and they were saying that it's like you're tapping on these specific like meridian points or whatever. I don't know. I mean, for me, the thing like that calms me down the most is just like take a deep breath. I don't know, like to do the physical things like that. Maybe if it works for someone, I'm not gonna knock it, but I'm just like, okay, that's gone. That's what I do, because it's just like the easiest thing. Like you can literally do that anywhere. Like, you know. Yeah, Shelly, I didn't feel like, I don't know, I think maybe it just depends on the person. I don't know, because, you know, different things resonate for different people. Just like some individuals are like, they want to visualize, and then some would script, and then some would affirm. Like, maybe it just depends. You have to focus on the point and feeling. But like, with EFT tapping, are you supposed to feel the emotion? Like, I don't know, because see, that to me already is not jiving. Like, if you have to like force yourself to feel an emotion, so maybe that's why it's not resonating with me. If I'm like, oh, what do you mean I had to feel something? Like, I don't know. But anyway, thank you for that comment, because it led me to the thing that I wanted to bring up, like, and I started bringing up, and then I got sidetracked because that's how I fucking roll. How to feel something, okay? How to feel an emotion if you don't know how to feel an emotion. And I do want to say that you don't need to feel anything in order to have your desires manifest, okay? You can be feeling like shit, you can be feeling good, you can be high as shit. I don't fucking know, okay? Whatever, okay? You could be drunk at the club, dancing on the speaker, and you still affirming, and the shit will happen, right? Okay? But if you want to start feeling something, and this is what I recommend for those of you who visualize, okay? Because with a visual, if you are going to do that, I suggest a feeling, just because it's a visual and you're supposed to like put yourself there, right? So, and I don't mean just feeling like an emotion, I mean feeling like you're touching the things, okay? You're touching the person, or the leather, or whatever, the suede, or you're touching your hair. You would add tactile sensations as well as emotional expression, okay? So, how to get into a state of inducing a positive emotion, which again, this is not manifesting your thing because the thing is already done, but if you want to try to force yourself to feel better, okay, you're going to get something, and I'm sure everyone in the chat has at least something that is going to make them happy, okay? Something that you can look at or touch. Or if there is absolutely nothing, go to your favorite memory. It could be a memory of you with your dog when you were fucking 5 years old. I don't give a fuck, okay? Something that you know is going to just, you're gonna be like, oh, okay? So maybe you have, I don't know, you have a favorite fucking gemstone or some shit. I don't fucking know, okay? Or you look at a picture, or you have a memory, whatever. You already know that even looking at a fucking video, that you know is gonna make you laugh, okay? Something that you know is just feel like, oh, that's an automatic, like I'm just gonna feel a little better. You go with that. And if it's a memory, you keep replaying the memory over and over. You were 5 years old with your dog. You were 5 years old with your dog. Okay, oh, how was I feeling? Oh, I was touching my dog. It's gonna bring you to that state. Okay, just like if it's your favorite gemstone. I remember I bought this gemstone when this gemstone was gifted to me. Oh, look at this. Look how pretty it is. It's shining in the light, whatever the case. If it's a picture, especially if it's a picture with a person, okay? A person that you have a thing with, and then this one picture of you and this person always makes you smile. It always puts you in a good mood no matter what. You're gonna look at that, oh, I remember that. Even if the fucking 3D is a shit show, you're gonna look at that picture, and you can say, I remember that. You're gonna immerse yourself. What were we doing on the day that this pic was taken? Oh, I remember the way that I felt. You just, it's gonna summon it, okay? If you cannot summon a feeling just by thinking about it, okay, you're going to get your focus object of something that you already know is going to make you feel better. So if you're in a pissy mood and you felt like you were spiraling, and you know that there's like a certain video clip that always makes you laugh, you're going to put that on. You're going to force yourself to watch it. You may not laugh the first time, may not laugh the second time, but you keep watching it like you're like, oh yeah, this was okay. Boom, it breaks that energy. It's like that fucking dance in the OA that, as someone here mentioned, okay? It's breaking up that energy, it's dispelling it. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, now you're focused there. And once you have your focus object, and now you start feeling the feeling that object and you are invoking from each other, right? Because remember, it's just a tool to bring that emotion out of you, because it's a tool to help you feel better, because you just want to feel better, not because feeling better is manifesting the thing, but because you just want to feel better for you. It's not manifesting the thing. But so you don't walk around feeling like ass you're gonna fucking do that if you so desire. And then when you get to that baseline, you start feeling better. How to invoke a visual now that you're more in a feeling state is you're gonna be like, okay, if you can't visualize, you're gonna look at the pic, or you could look at pictures of the thing you want, such as a dream home or whatever, or, you know, look at a picture, go on fucking Pinterest or some shit, okay? And look at something that has a semblance, and you're gonna place yourself there with that feeling. And you'll be like, I'm feeling really good right now. Whoa, okay, but you're manifesting an all expenses paid trip to fucking Maldives, okay? So you look at the picture of Maldives, right? And you're like, wow, yeah, I'm feeling good. My lucky gemstone, yeah, like, wow, my gemstone right here. And remember, you're assigning the meaning. It already made you feel good. This gemstone made me feel good, and it's bringing me this Maldives thing. I'm already at Maldives, but this gemstone helped me. You assign the meaning. This is my lucky gemstone. I am the luck, but if the gemstone helped me out in the moment when I so desired, then so be it. I'm looking at Maldives. Oh, I'm feeling this feeling. Wow. And then you're going to bring it to the level of not only are you feeling that feeling, but you're like, oh, I feel the sand on my toes. I feel the wind. Oh, I smell the salty air. I taste my fucking drink in my hand. You're going to start bringing that. What would that be like? And you are able to do this because I've seen plenty of videos, and I'm sure plenty of you have seen these videos where they're like, imagine that you have a slice of lemon and you bite into it. Oh, here we go, the fucking puzzle piece. Oh, joy, now it's working. Talking for another hour. Wonderful. You satisfied now, AI bots? Okay, cool. Hell yeah, Bora Bora. Playing pranks on people always gets you in a good mood. There you go. Then that's what you do. That's what you do. See, it's going to be different for everyone, okay? It's going to be different for everyone. So, here's the thing, right? Whatever you do to get yourself in the better mood, then now that your mood is lifted and you want to induce a visual, then that's what you're going to do. You're going to either try to imagine the thing, or if you can't imagine, you're going to look at the picture of the thing, you're going to carry those feelings into that setting, and you're going to say, okay, I am here now, this is what it is. And then if I told you to bite into a lemon, likely you're going to be able to, you're going to be able to taste in a way what that lemon process is like, okay? And you're gonna be like, ooh, okay. So you are able to do it. Just like if I were to tell you right now, imagine that you're cold walking. This is something that I've always wanted to do. I don't know, I've just wanted to do it because it's like a mental thing when you walk on the hot coals. And if you imagine, I'm walking on hot coals, you can kind of feel it, right? Do you see what I'm saying? So you are able to do that. You're going to bring that into the image. And then just like if, let's say you're manifesting a car, you look at the interior of the car and you're looking as yourself, looking at the steering wheel. Wow. And then you imagine the window rolled down, wind flowing, wind blowing, music cranked up, whatever. Okay. You can put yourself there. That's all you had to do. You can have like a prop in the 3D to help you capture a feeling and roll with it. It's still not what's manifesting, you are, but if you want to feel better, if you really want to immerse yourself in a visual and you want to try to visualize, then that's how you're going to do it. And then the more you get used to this, you're going to start picturing that car without having to look at it physically in a picture. You're going to start seeing it in your mind. And then you're going to start seeing yourself on the beach in your mind, tasting that drink. It's just going to become natural. It's like it's like any belief. If you build up getting used to being in a visual, it's going to come naturally. Ooh, that's how you manifested your Porsche? Oh, shit. Good for you, Corey Marie. That's fucking awesome. What do you think of using substance to get into the feeling state? Neville drank alcohol. I mean, hey, to each their own. You don't need a substance to get into the feeling state. I mean, if that's what you're saying makes it more natural, then go for it. You know what I mean? But you don't need anything to get into the feeling state. You don't need a prop. You don't need a substance. All you need is yourself. But if you're, in the process of kind of learning how to do visuals and having feelings like that, sure, why not? It's what you say goes. The meeting of your friends at the beach analogy earlier was fire. Well, thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed that. That just like kind of came to mind randomly. So I don't know where I went with that, with how to visualize. And I mean, but again, you don't need to visualize to have the manifestation, okay? You don't need to do anything to have the manifestation. Maladaptive daydreaming. You love visualizing. People say you have maladaptive daydreaming. I mean, well, people can say whatever they want. It's just, what do you say about it? Because if you're daydreaming, that is visualization, is it not? Like, I mean, it is. But it's like you want to be mindful of the visuals that you're holding, because you could visualize something not so pleasant in your perspective. And if you keep visualizing it, it's going to fucking happen. So in that case, if you're having a random daydream, I went on the beach, I ate some ice cream, then I went for a walk, and then I went to the club after. I mean, it's a random daydream. Oh, so interesting update, guys. So Mufasa has a lover here. So there's two of them. Okay. That's wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. I just fucking love it. Anyway, so they're both the same thing. They're both dangerous. See, I knew I saw something. I don't know if like, oh, Jesus Christ, don't come near me. Bro, we gonna have an agreement. You ain't gonna bother me, I ain't gonna bother you. And then we're gonna keep the door open for a little bit. Oh God. Okay. Ursula and Scar. Yo, Shelly, it could be. It's Ursula and Scar. They turned into fucking flies right now. I fucking summoned them. They're here. Oh my God. They're friendly though. We're all fucking friends here, Just be mindful. If you're having a visual, it's the same thing, like be mindful of your thoughts. Do you want to see this in the 3D? You're seeing it in your mind right now, just like a thought is in your mind right now. Do you want to see it in the 3D? If yes, proceed. If no, don't. But maladaptive daydreaming, I mean, what the fuck even is that, You can daydream, and because your focus is still there, you're still going to get that. You're still creating what you're dominantly focused on. What is the tat on my arm? It's just some, I don't know. It was like a cover-up thing that I did. It's supposed to be roses, but you really can't see it because it's covering the other one. I kind of want to get it removed, but I know that's like an extensive process and you have to like wait between visits and shit. But yeah, I don't know. I couldn't think if I wanted to like add to it, like make something go up my shoulder or get it removed. So for now, it's just there chilling. I mean, it doesn't bother me to that extent, but it is what it is. Thank you. It looks cool. Thank you so much, Shelly. I appreciate that. Just some made up fancy word to make it sound like there's something wrong with you. Yeah, that could be it too. Maladaptive daydreaming. I mean, they have Pico Shore laser tattoo removal. Get rid of it. Yeah, thank you for the suggestion. I did get a tattoo removed with the Pico Shore laser, and it did such an amazing job. But it took like 2 years for it to be completely gone. That's why, like, I already know that it'd be another 2-year investment. And like with the traveling that I want to do, like I don't know how I'd be able to cover this. Like if I want to go in the sun, like on the beach and shit. Like I don't, unless I don't know, I put like a fucking bandana around my arm or some shit. So that's why I'm just like, but Pico Shore is really good. I love it. Yeah, they've said that like the lighter color inks are actually harder to remove than black. So this one is black, so it should work. Manifest it away. I mean, I would, but to be honest, I really don't care. Like it's not something that's like a top priority. I don't even notice it anymore really. It's just like when people ask me, I'm like, oh, it's there. Like, but it's not something that I even care about manifesting, honestly. Yes, I have read the Kybalion. I always speak, well, I won't say always, but I speak about it quite often on my lives. This is actually one of the lives that I didn't, so it's interesting that you mentioned that, but it's really an amazing book. I fucking recommend. I don't know where Ursula and Scar put it now. They went in the fucking bedroom, I guess. I don't know. They're getting it on. Oh my god, we have someone named Ariel that entered the chat. I love that because we're talking about like Little Mermaid characters. So welcome to the chat, Ariel. The Kybalion is so good. Hell yeah, it is. Hell yeah. I love the way that it's written. Personally. Ooh, love you too. From Argentina. Holla. What time is it in Argentina now? Ooh. I'm the one that influenced you to read the Kybalion. I love that. What did you think of it? Did you enjoy it? Oh, thank you so much, Ariel. You love my teachings. Thank you. Glad you're here. Glad you're resonating with the content. I don't even know what the hell I'm doing on here. I was going to look up something, but I forgot. Doesn't really matter anyway. So, oh yes, I was going to look up the Kybalion because why wouldn't I look up the Kybalion? I absolutely love it. The thing that resonates with me with the Kybalion is the way that they refer to like the universe as the all. I'm like, oh my god, I absolutely love it. Let's see if there's any Kybalion quotes that I can dissect here. Quotes from the Kybalion. All right. I don't even know. The lips of wisdom are closed except to the ears of understanding. Where fall the footsteps of the master, the ears of those ready for his teaching open wide. When the ears of the student are ready to hear, then cometh the lips to fill them with wisdom. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. Always remember that the all is but one, and that in its infinite minds the universe is generated, created, and exists. Interesting. You do not have to shovel or sweep out the darkness. Merely by opening the shutters and letting in the light, the darkness shall disappear. Oh shit. See, this is like kind of similar, the magnetic tattoo removal. I haven't heard of a magnetic one, but that's interesting. I'll have to look into that one. Thank you for the suggestion. Oh, you always tap it when you see me? Well, glad you're here. No, I've heard of that one. The Corpus Hermeticum. I've heard of that, but I have not read it. So the thing with the Kybalion, what they're saying with all those quotes, like you're not going to understand something or see it, at least in my opinion. I don't know. I'm just doing a breakdown. What they said, the lips of wisdom are closed, aside from the one who hears. So this, in my opinion, is kind of like, it can be literal, like, okay, if you're not, like I said, with that example, you cannot meet someone where you are not. So it's like someone can tell you these things about manifestation. You're creating your own reality and you're like, but you're not at that state where you're even open to that information. It's just gonna, like, what's gonna happen? You're not gonna notice it, right? And also it can be symbolic in the way where if you are not open to receiving your desire, which means you're inhabiting another state, it can be right there in front of you, but you're just shut off from it, okay? And this is also, hey Michelle, thank you for joining, girly. Thank you for the gift. Woo! Ice cream. I was just talking about ice cream. And it's so funny because when I was talking about ice cream, I literally pictured like pink ice cream on a cone at the beach. I love it. That was a successful manifestation. Thank you, Michelle. So if you are in the place where, and I don't even want to say you're not ready to receive your desire because you can consciously be ready, but like subconsciously you're still carrying an old story, which means that you're not at that place. It can be right in front of you, but you're like, whoa, like you won't notice it until you're ready to receive that on an energetic way. And how you're ready to receive someone from an energetic standpoint is that you're open to that energy. There's no resistance. So you can receive the house, you can receive the money, you can receive the relationship, you can receive something, okay? But when you're not in resistance of it, because that's like, yeah, I want this, I want this, I want this, but where is it? You're resisting the fact that it's already done when you're saying, where is it, right? I want this, I want this, I want this. Oh, but I was manifesting it for 6 months. Where, like, do you see what I'm saying? You're resisting it. You're not ready to receive it. So the lips of wisdom are going to remain closed for you because, okay, well, when you're ready to hear, when you're ready to receive it, then hear. Like, you can't accept something that you're not aware of. You are ready to receive your marriage. Hell yeah. I mean, I would say it in that way where I have already received my marriage. It is already done. Because even if you're saying you're ready to receive, and I know I use that as an example, but like when you're really ready to receive, you're just open and it's received. It's like the readiness is you just not looking against it. It's not like you had to prepare to do anything. Let's see. I'm just playing on my trance mix over here because why wouldn't I? Is that detachment and staying neutral? You're not detaching from the desire because you already are the desire. You're just releasing like the ego's attachment to it. So you are the desire, but you're kind of silencing the ego in that. And you're saying, okay, you know what? I don't care. Because if you're saying I don't care, that means in a way that's kind of normal and neutral to you because you don't care. You don't care about something. There's no heightened emotion. It's just, oh, I don't care. So you are in a neutral state. All we have to do is receive. Yes, that's true. And you're receiving all the time. It's just like, or, you know, the analogy that I was just going to use, that's like if someone is showing you like a gift, whatever, and they're like, here you go. And you're like, what? Like, and it's like, well, here you go. This is for you. And you're like, huh? No, but where is it? And you're like, it's right here. And you're like, no. There must be something else. There must be something else I need to do, right? It can't just be in front of me. So even that is putting a wall up. Someone is handing you a gift, but you're not taking it because you're like confused. You're like, the gift just can't be here. What do you mean? I don't want, like, huh? Like you're confused. I'm confused even just saying that. Someone is handing you a gift. You don't want to receive it. So you'd be like, what? Like, why are you giving me a gift? Why is this here? You're going to start questioning. You're going to start pushing it away. And that's really what you're doing energetically when you're looking for the thing. Because the thing is here. It's all around you, waiting for you to see it. But you're refusing to see it. It's a refusal. It's not that the thing isn't there. You're refusing because your attention is focused elsewhere. Yes. I would say true neutrality is like the ultimate because you just don't give a fuck either way. Thank you for the roses. And if you don't care, it's not like even... it's not even like it's a detachment. It's like, okay, whatever. Are you detached from knowing that your name is your name? There's no... you're not detached from it. It's just your ego is not trying to fight with you saying why your name isn't your name because your ego has accepted that as truth. And remember, you get to decide what you accept as true. So your ego can be on board with a story. But if you decide right now that you want to change the story, you can do that as well. And the more you remain in the new story, the faster the ego is going to leave that shit alone and just be like, okay, this is what we're doing now. No problem. How do you be patient and stay in the knowing when you can't see it? You have to be in the moment. You have to find something, anything that you enjoy doing and go all in with that and not even think about the desire. Because if you're like, oh, I can't see it. I need to do 10 million more affirmations. I need to do another visual and it starts to feel forced. Remember, the manifestation is already done. There's nothing for you to do. So for you to receive it the quickest is to turn your attention away from it. And again, oh, Jesus, fucking motherfucking Mufasa. Bro, he came charging up. He's like, zzz, the fuck? Making that goddamn fucking noise, you motherfucker. What the fuck? Whatever. Anyway, these beautiful messengers here. I have no idea. I have not seen the, like, why did they just show up when I'm on the live? That's so fucking weird. But anyway, so I'm glad everyone is getting a kick out of this. Yeah, we have two guest stars in the live tonight. You're confused about what Mufasa is. Mufasa is one of the flies that has been in this live stream since I began it, and I have no idea why, but whatever. We're assigning that a good meaning too. So they're winged things. They're carrying good news to me. That's what it is. You have to find something that you enjoy doing in the moment and you want to stick with that. And it sounds contradictory to what I just said earlier about like things that you were programmed, right? Like if you can't see your physical actions play out yet, you work harder, you try harder, right? Like, you know what I mean? That's what you're programmed to do. You have to do something else if you're not seeing the results, but manifestation is the opposite. So if you feel like you've been doing the most and you still ain't seeing shit, then you're just gonna say, okay, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm gonna go over here, I'm gonna take a nap, I'm gonna do something that I enjoy. And I know that there's something that you enjoy that has nothing to do with your manifestation. There has to be something. Taking a shower, going for a walk, going for a drive, going to the gym, going out to the fucking bar, taking a nap. I don't know, dude. I might have said taking a nap like 20 times, but I mean, for real, you could just be like, fuck that shit. I'm going to sleep right now, so yeah. When I wake up, I'll be in a new timeline. You 20 million is on the way. Mufasa came to give the message. Hell yeah, 20 million in cash in a duffel bag. All for me, unmarked bills, just free and clear. Here you go. A gift from me to me because I'm the universe and I'm the $20 million. That's a good one. I like that, Shelly. I mean, oh, the 20 million and my floating black heated seat LED toilet bowl with a touch button flush because I have my nails. And it has a built-in bidet. So yeah, they see how I said toilet bowl and the flag came towards me? Look at that. He fucking knows. So exactly. Toilet bowl and $20 million. I love it. I absolutely love it. I'm so excited for that. Like, I mean, when y'all see a picture of the floating black toilet bowl and I'm like, yo, I fucking did it. And like, I have to be honest, like now that and the bidet, yes, exactly, Shelly. Great minds think alike. When I started consciously manifesting, like I literally, it's like, unless it's an inspired action, I will do absolutely nothing. I will do absolutely nothing. Like I will refuse to lift a finger. And it's kind of like, okay, if that sounds a little egoistic, like maybe it is, but it's like, I'm kind of like testing myself, like, because I get a thrill out of it from the ego perspective. I mean, even though it's natural in the God state, it's like the more I do this, the more it hypes up my ego to be on board with the story that I can just manifest shit out of thin air without lifting a finger and things can happen instantaneously. So you see what I'm doing there? I'm training my ego to be more adept. Like this shit is it already appeared instantaneously. So my ego's not going to fight me on that. Whether it's $2, $20 million of floating black toilet bowl, whatever the fuck it is, with me doing that, I'm like, I'm not lifting a finger. And this is done. And then the ego, right, when the thing occurs in the 3D, the ego's like, oh shit, yeah. And then I do it again. That's why I refuse to lift a finger, because I'm like, no, I'm not gonna do that. Number one, you can't do anything to make it happen. So if you're inspired to do something, you're not even gonna process like you're performing an action. It's just gonna flow through you, okay? And you're not checking, you're not doing anything. It's just like, okay, yeah, it's already done. Oh, Jesus, oh my God, I touched it. Oh, Jesus Christ. Gotta wash my hands after this. Ooh, anyway, that was a fucking, I don't know what they're doing, bro. It's fucking wild. I fucking did, bro. I gave him a thrill. I gave him a thrill because I touched him. Anyway, they want I don't know what the fuck they're doing, bro. Whatever. It's so weird. But that's what I've been doing. I've been training my ego to become more on board with, yes, I don't need to lift a finger. I will refuse to lift a finger. I will refuse to do anything other than what I just feel like doing naturally in the moment. And if naturally in the moment I feel like doing an action, it's not, okay, it has nothing to do with my manifestation. It's just me doing something because that's what I want to do in the moment. And that's, I don't know, that's my little experiment for me where I'm like, okay, no, I'm not even going to do that. So motherfucker be like, oh, so you just expect $20 million to show up in a fucking duffel bag of cash? Like, yeah, why not? Like, it can happen. If I'm the all, if I'm the Lord and there is none else and everyone and everything is me, if I say that there is a fucking duffel bag of $20 million cash just for me in US dollars, or you specify US dollars, we don't mean it in monopoly money. Yeah, I don't need to lift a finger. Here it is. Okay. So, I mean, the black toilet bowl, that's something that maybe you would think that a finger would need to be lifted, because if I want to get a black toilet bowl installed, I call the fucking plumber and I say, like, you would think, but even with that one, I'm going to test it too. And I'm going to see how that black toilet bowl just appears out of nowhere. And I mean, it's not just like, oh, I go to a fucking restaurant and I go to the fucking bathroom and then there's a black floating toilet. No, I mean, I claim ownership over the floating black toilet bowl. So, and it's already installed. Not just, yeah, here you go, like install it yourself or some shit. No, it's done, floating black toilet bowl. Yep. So I don't know, because and again, that's not something I have resistance to. I really don't care either way. So how that unfolds, that's going to be a great story time. The Euro Millions jackpot. Oh, hell yeah. Get your fucking euros, Shelly. Hell yeah. They have that's how much I know. They have a lottery in the EU also. That's shit. What if I went to the EU and I won the lotto, or you came to the US and you won the lotto? Like, would we be able to like do that if we're not like a resident of that country? I wonder how that works. That's so fucking interesting. You like my eyebrows? Thank you. How specific do you feel you need to be, or does it is? That's interesting, Shelly. Because like me traveling, I'm gonna be like, yeah, I'll play the lotto in every country. Why not? Or does the universe truly know what you want? You are the universe. So if you're saying that you don't want to be specific, or if you're thinking along the lines of like this or something better, that to me is like a limiting belief, because now you're putting the power outside of you, even though you are the universe. But you're saying, oh, I can't, or I may not be able to get exactly what I want, so I'll just do that. So if you want something better, what does that something better look like? I mean, you have, let's say, a 3-bedroom apartment, and maybe a mansion might be something better. So do you want to upgrade your 3-bedroom apartment, or do you want the fucking mansion? I mean, create a whole universe. I'm not in the form of snapping my fingers to create. Well, I mean, honestly, I'm not even going to negate that someone can snap their fingers and the thing can appear. It can happen, but if you're saying that you're, not at that point, then you need to, really just decide what you want. Do you want something, or do you want the thing that you perceive as better? Because you're the one that's deciding ultimately. So even if, I've heard these stories where people are manifesting a specific motherfucker or whatever, even though we don't use that term anymore, we say that person's already with you, but they're manifesting a person. And then they I've seen this story in so many comments, right? Okay, I up-leveled my self-concept and I was manifesting SP, and now I don't even want the SP and someone better came along. Okay. I mean, so is that a successful manifestation, or is it not? Because, and again, it's all down to perspective, because no, they didn't manifest their SP, the target, they manifested someone that they perceived better. So is that a success or is that a failure, right? But their intention when they went in on working on themselves, did they say, I'm working on myself because I know that I'm already with this one particular person, or, oh, I'm working on myself for me and whoever comes along? Like, so it's really about your intention with that. For me personally, like, again, with like the stereotypical thing, Jesus, motherfucker, they having a race up in this bitch. Yeah, so if you're, my recommendation, I've said this before on a live, I don't know, maybe it needs some repeating though. Like if you're going with, you want a person, but then you're saying someone better, likely you're gonna get someone else because you already had that in your mind. It's not because the universe is saying, oh, well, this person is better suited for you. It's because you said it. Because if you really only wanted that person, you would collapse something better because you know that the conformed version of them is the best version of them for you and you're not going to look elsewhere. So it's really about you again. And I don't, for me, with manifesting like a specific individual, it's like you want to keep in mind the type of relationship dynamic you want, because you can manifest the person by saying that they're obsessed with you, they're whatever, they're blowing up my phone. You can say all that. And then they show up and the relationship is shit because you didn't decide and clarify what type of relationship that you want. So yeah, you manifested them back, but like, what was the initial issue that had that, you know, snafu in the timeline? What was the initial issue? Was it that you perceived them as non-committal? You're perceiving them as always busy? Were you perceiving them as an avoidant attachment? Because if you're just saying, yeah, they're here, they're with me, they're committed, but then you didn't address, oh yeah, we're in a relationship where we're both doing this or doing that, right? How you want them to be in the relationship. They come back, yeah, you manifest them back, yeah, you do a fucking cartwheel, but they're avoidant. So you might relapse into that other fucking story, and then, yeah, you manifest them back, but they're avoidant. That's how I recommend, what type of relationship do you want? Ooh, Sophia's Career Jet Set. I'm glad you're here. Thank you for joining. So with that, it's like, I think because emotions can be very addictive in especially with like, you know, a romantical setting, because the emotions can be very addictive. It's like you just get a high off of, ooh, a text message, this or that, right? And you manifest them back, but you didn't normalize it. You were just hell-bent on getting them back because maybe you just horny for the fucking evening. You're like, yeah, they're blowing up my phone. Okay, you had a booty call, and then what? Oh, but they're avoided attachment. So yeah, you're not gonna hear from them for another few weeks. Is that the relationship you want? No, but you were just so focused. Oh my God, they're chilling together. Ursula and Scar. I see them right now. I don't know what the fuck I don't know what the hell. I feel like I'm about to witness like a fucking porno or some shit. But anyway, so basically what I recommend, if there's a person, it's like, okay, yes, you can manifest them by doing the robotic affirmations and not thinking against them. Ursula and Scar, yo, Shelly, for real. But you know, what do you want out of the relationship? Then you're going to stop labeling them as an avoidant attachment. You're going to stop saying, you know, that they're a whore bag or whatever the fuck you perceive them to be. You're going to be like, okay, this is the relationship I want. So SP is like this. SP comes included with that relationship, right? If you are going to go that route. Well, Shelly, I'm glad to be of amusement. So I think the thing with SPs is that the emotions are so strong. Oh, they're fucking now. They're doing a little fucking mating ritual. I see it. I see, bro. They doing the fucking tango, like fucking Morticia and Gomez. I see it. Bro, this shit is wild. Why the fuck is this happening? I don't fucking know, but here we the fuck are, so I'm gonna just roll with it. It's okay. You know, it's fine. Back shots. Oh my God. Yo, the fucking Kama Sutra Bible, yo, I fucking looked at the fucking, that book, like the physical book, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? Like, it looks so insane to me, and like the way that they drew, at least in the book that I saw, like the way that they drew the facial expressions is, oh my God, I'm gonna see if I can find one now. I don't know if I'll be able to put it on the fucking live, but now I want to look at the Kama Sutra, because that's, yo, they're like circling each other, bro. That's just insane to me. Oh my God. Kama Sutra. But yeah, so, well, I guess this is kind of fitting since we're talking about relationships, but I would go first and foremost, if it is someone that you have a history with, and I always say this, you need to go in with why it fucking dissolved. Okay, what was your limiting belief? Because remember, it's not about them, it's about you. What was the limiting belief? How did you perceive them, or how did you perceive relationships? Okay, you identified the limiting belief, you get rid of it. Okay, so what do you want now? They're not the same individual anymore. They're different. They're totally different. So that means they're no longer avoidant. They're no longer a fucking whore bag. They're no longer whatever the fuck you want to call them. Okay, that's it. They're just who you want them to be, and you cannot deviate from that new perception of them. But also, what type of relationship is it? Because I don't know what a good relationship looks like to you. And if you don't specify anything about the relationship, you can manifest the person back and you could be married to them and live in separate lives. If that's not something you want, but you didn't address it from the jump, yeah, you manifest in the back. But I'm telling you, because I've fucking seen it, I've experienced it, the law can be so fucking precise. It's like, whoa. It's like an exact replica of what is going on in your mind. Yeah, that's right. Why am I looking at the Kama Sutra? I'm going to see the naked pics though. Why does it have it the blurred out fucking version, bro? Oh my God. I'm not gonna be able to show. Oh my God. Yeah. Okay. What's it? Oh my God. I'm just laughing because their facial expressions are so like unbothered. I'm like, you're doing these freak nasty positions and your face is just like, I don't know. I mean, if I'm in a position like that with motherfucker and their face is like, bro, what the fuck? Like, I'll be like, hey, excuse you. What the fuck? Like you just gotta fucking poker face it and your fucking leg bent up and twisted up. Like, come on. I don't know. It's really funny the way that they do the facial expressions to me. I'm not going to show it on here, whatever. But y'all, we all adults in the chat. You could look it up for yourself. But like, they look so fucking unbothered by whatever is happening. They're like on a trapeze and shit, and they're just like, okay. So, oh gosh, oh my god, this is so fucking funny. Wow. All right, I mean, maybe I could show this one. This one's kind of funny. Why are they? Okay, this has to be like a spoof of the Kama Sutra. I know it is, but like, oh my god. I could probably show this. This is just making me fucking laugh now. Like, I don't know where I went with this. All right. You can just see the fun we're having this evening. I googled Kama Sutra and I got this. Like, why are they on, like, is that a car? Like, I don't even know what the fuck that is. But yeah, and you can see in this one there's no faces, but I'm not going to show the ones with the faces because they're showing other things. But we all know what that shit looks like. So, oh, that's a motorcycle. Okay, so yeah, that's what they doing. Anyway, but yes, decide what you want from the relationship perspective, because you can manifest the person. And my original thoughts on that: number one, do you have anything underlying a story about relationships? Address that. Affirm the opposite of it. Okay, get used to being relationships how the way that you want them to be. And a relationship looks different for everyone, because someone might want a relationship with a person where they live separate lives, and like someone is always at work and then the other one is always at work, whatever. I don't know, right? Someone else might want to be glued to the hip with the person, always together, and they do everything together. Like, so I don't know what does it look like to you. Now I would go in, right, and you would just say that like I mentioned in I think I made a video on this, where you're assigning motherfuckers a character role. So you would say this individual, whatever, you're going to say my spouse, whatever, if you're manifesting marriage. Okay, you're not going to say the person I'm manifesting. My spouse so and so is you know, always glued to my hip, we're always together, they treat me kind and loving. Okay, someone else might, okay, my booty call, whatever their name, because maybe you're manifesting someone for booty call. I don't know, I'm just giving out different examples. Okay, my booty call, whatever their name. Oh man, they never like bother me. I always have good interactions with them. They're just like fun to deal with. You know, they're just, you know, they're in it for the fun, just like me. We see each other twice a month, and that's enough for both of us. I don't know what you want, and I'm gonna call you out. Maybe not everyone, but I'm gonna call you out. Some of y'all don't know what the fuck you want either. And that is why, especially in relationships, things can get a little wonky. Because it's like, okay, well, I want to be with SP. I want them to be in love with me. And then now what? I don't know. I mean, I'm not saying you have to have like a fucking 10-year plan or even a 5-year plan. But like, mind you, now that they're there, what is their role? Like, what are they doing? Are they taking you on dates? Are you taking them on dates? Are you guys traveling? Are you guys fucking homebodies? Like, what are you doing with them? They're there. Now they're like, okay, so I'm just stand until I'm animated with what they want me to do. Okay, So where are you at with that? Where are you at with like what you want their role to be? I would get specific with that, because then it's like they showed up, they're there, and then now you're just kind of like, okay, well, I don't know, like, or are you just manifesting them for like an ego boost? Or you manifesting them because you know that you're in love with them and they're in love with you? Like, I don't know, because sometimes, like, you know, someone can be like saying they're manifesting a person, right? And then the person comes in and they're like, oh, I don't even want this. So what, like, do you see what I'm saying? And I've heard this and I've seen this in comments, and I'm just like, my dude, if you don't know what the fuck you want, you're gonna keep getting scattered results. And if you don't know what you want, it's okay to be undecided. So if you really don't know what you want with the person, you just want them back in your life, then you're gonna say, you know what, I'm so happy that so-and-so is back in my life, and we're just kind of, you know, we get along and we're going at a gradual pace and we're seeing where it goes. If that's the only thing you could say, you know, I talk to them regularly, we hang out maybe once a week, it's good, it's a good time, you know, we're just going with the flow, then even say that, okay? But if you want something casual where you're just going with the flow, that's gonna be the tone of it until you set the trajectory again. And you set the trajectory again by, as you hang out with them, maybe this week they conformed, they manifested back, and then now you're going with the flow, you just wanted them back in your life, and you're seeing, and you're like, okay. And then as long as you don't go back to the old story of what made them, and you have this whatever disgruntled fucking thing in 3D, then you're gonna say, okay, well, I've been talking to them for a week, you know what, I do want a relationship. Then you're gonna affirm for the relationship, or visualize, or just decide that the relationship is already done. So you can change your mind, but remember, you're still always living for one end goal. So my suggestion as a blanket, if you don't know what you want with that person, but you just want them in your life, you say, you know, I'm so happy that blah, blah, blah is showing up for me the way that I want. And they're so happy to be in my life. And there is only peace and love and harmony between us. We get along so well. Just to keep it at a baseline so you don't fuck up and go into the old story and say that they're a shitbag again. There's only peace, love, and harmony between us. That's it. They adore talking to me. They adore hanging out with me. They love being in my life. I'm the Lord and there is none else. Like, that's all you have to do, you know? Do you think we need to fix ourselves and be our best before we should have a relationship? Or would they reflect our old beliefs from years ago? The only one that's reflecting your old beliefs from years ago is you, because you're saying that you have old beliefs from years ago. But if you were once a baby in diapers and now you're not, is that still relevant to what's going on now? No, so you don't even need to acknowledge that you had old beliefs. because you're the one that's doing that. So it's not them, right? It's you. And you don't need to fix anything. If you perceive that there is something broken that needs to be fixed, then you're creating that. So you are saying every day, I'm divine perfection now, but you know what? Every day, I'm becoming better. I'm always becoming a more evolved, consciously aware, illuminated being. I'm always evolving into something better. I'm amazing now, but I'm always elevating myself. Like, you don't want to look at it that you're fixing anything. You're saying that you're already good and you're ever expanding, because consciousness can only ever expand. It cannot shrink back. But you don't, if you're saying that you're afraid a limiting belief is going to come up now, you're the one that still has to bring it to your awareness now, because technically that limiting belief in that former version of you that had that doesn't exist anymore. So, and this is what I've asked people, okay? This individual, right? Or this relationship, or whoever the fuck, pick someone, I don't know, okay? They show up right now and they're exactly the way you want. They just knock on your door, because listen, anything is possible. So they can knock on your door right now, okay? And they show up, they're exactly conform to everything that you want, and they tell you exactly what you want to hear, okay? What is your initial reaction? And if this is someone new, someone that you don't know, but they happen to be your dream partner, and your dream partner just shows up, what is your initial reaction? Like, all right, yeah, I know, let's do this. Is it like, oh shit, oh my God, like, it worked? I don't know. Or is it like, what, now this motherfucker comes here? What? Like, do you see how many different reactions you can have from just that same thing? So, your initial reaction, they're knocking at your door right now. They're here, hey, what's up? I'm here. And you're like, what do you do? Everyone's answer is going to be different. That's how you know how ready you are for a fucking relationship with this person. The more natural it feels, it's going to, and ideally, not only for a person, but just in general, it should feel like it already happens. Like, oh, okay, here it is. Just like when I was like hunting and cleaning, looking for my earbuds. Oh, there they are. I wasn't like, oh shit, I have earbuds. I wasn't like, motherfuckers, you fucking hid from me on purpose. No, I was just like, oh, there they are. So the thing that feels the most natural is where you're at. And it's okay if you had like an adverse reaction to a visual of them showing up, because that simply means it's showing your state. It's showing where you're at. It's showing that you're in the ice skating rink and you're not at the beach. So how do you get from the ice skating rink to the beach? You make it more natural. You make it more natural, okay? You switch out the ice skates for a pair of fucking flip-flops, okay? You flip out, oh, you have to stop identifying with the version of you that's single if you want a relationship. You have to stop. You're not single. Now, I'm not, like, I've heard motherfuckers are like, oh, prepare a fucking plate for them, dinner and all that shit. I mean, listen, if you want to do that, but again, like, the game is mental, so you don't need to fucking do any physical actions. I mean, in your thoughts. You're eating dinner, they're right there next to you. You at the bar, they right there next to you. You driving, they right there next to you. Okay? I mean, in your mind, you're just, yeah, I'm doing this, like, it's us. It's like, you go from me to we. In your mind. You don't need to do anything physically, but you're going to stop identifying as a single person. And then someone's gonna say, oh, so if I'm dating someone else, manifesting the SP, well, my dude, if you're dating someone, are you identifying as a single person if you're saying you're dating someone? I don't know. You just come in, you step in the room, I am the relationship. Boom, boom, boom. Only the relationship is magnetized to me, that's it. Because you are the relationship. You are the person, you are the relationship, you are all of that. So if you're like in this headspace where you're thinking that you're alone, that's a different headspace from the person who is in a relationship. The same thing. You're a millionaire. That's a different headspace than someone who is broke. And so someone else is going to be like, oh, but if I'm not a millionaire and I want to buy this and I can't, well, my dude, you don't have to do anything physically. Like I just said, you're in your mind. Ooh, I'm going to go add this to cart, add this to cart, add this to cart. Look at all of this shit. Oh my God, look at this. Whoa, how many hours is a flight from here to there? Oh shit, yeah, all right. First class, how much is that? Oh, cool, no problem. I got that. This is where I'm going next. Then you plan the next vacation. You don't need to do fucking anything. Live in your mind. That's it. Oh my God, these Mufasa motherfuckers are like crazy. What? Ooh, someone say good morning. Good morning. Where are you? That's good morning. Oh shit. You saw some lady watching you on a phone to what? I don't know if you mean me. Joe Mama, is this like a troll account? That's actually funny. Joe Mama, you saw some lady on watching me on a plane to Portugal. I don't even know if that's like a troll account or it's like that's fucking funny though, and I love that fucking screen name. Oh my word. Ugh. Okay, I have no idea what, I tried to scroll to a comment. I don't even see where that went now. Oh, you're in Mauritius? Is that how you pronounce it? Oh my God, I love that. Yo, you know what's so crazy? I've wanted to go to Mauritius. Or more, listen, me and pronouncing things, it's just, I don't know if that's my jam, but I've seen that it looks so fucking beautiful there, and I love like these like island destinations, so I fucking love it. Wait. Oh, my phone is on 15%, so I don't even know how long I've been talking. I have like 2 lives now that I have to fucking download, but my ring is so pretty, thank you. So I don't even know where the fuck I was going with this, but I will tell you this, you know, you don't need to lift a finger to do anything, okay? So It's not that you're ignoring the 3D, like you're just, you know, you're sitting in your closet doing nothing all day. You're operating in the 3D, you're going through the motions, but your mind is elsewhere. Just like that quote from the Corinthians that I said at the beginning of this, you know. Woohoo! You're in your mind. That's when your mind is going to serve you. Your mind, what do they say? There's some other quote about the mind, and it says, the mind, a beautiful servant, a dangerous master. Yeah, because your mind serves you, your thoughts serve you. You don't serve your thoughts. You don't let some fucking doo-doo garbage thought corrupt your day. You don't do that. You're the master. Whee! I make it so simple. Well, thank you. Yeah, I talk a lot in metaphors, just because I understand things better probably in that way, so I just talk like that, you know? Ooh, I do want to go to Mauritius. It's a tropical island. I've heard that it really is beautiful. Yes, I'm listening to trance music on my headphones because I like to have a million things going on at once because it makes me feel comfortable. It relaxes me. But yeah, all the things I'm manifesting, like probably they are like a good bunch of them are tropical destinations. And not that I'm really manifesting it, but I just kind of want to go on like a trip for like a few months and just hit like a whole bunch of destinations and just like do that. So, I mean, I've been thinking about it. So the way is already made for that, however it goes. Woo! Yeah, that was a messenger fucking fly right there. I do want to go to Thailand. I've been seeing so many videos about that, like people doing travel vlogs and shit. Hey! Woohoo! Ooh, from Las Vegas. I love Vegas. Love you too. I mean, like my top places in the US, I mean, I really love Vegas. Like I fucking love the energy of Vegas. Like it's just so electric, like the fucking the strip and shit. I absolutely love that. I love LA, I love South Beach, Miami. Fuck yeah. All these places have palm trees. Like I love palm trees. I love palm trees. Anywhere that there's palm trees, boom. And I just saw this thing. I don't know if it's true because I'm not like a botanist, whatever they're called, botanist, geologist. They were saying that palm trees are actually not native to Southern California or something. Like they were brought here and then they just started growing. I don't know if that's true, but it doesn't matter. I love me some palm trees. Hey Anna, thank you for joining. What is up? We already know what's up, don't we, though? I don't need to ask you that. We already know the code. We already know. You know, I didn't even know what day today was. Like, I literally thought that, like, this was the middle, like, this weekend was, like, the middle of the week. And, like, going out yesterday, I'm like, why is everyone out? And I'm like, oh, shit, it's a holiday weekend. And I thought yesterday was Tuesday. That's where I'm at. Hey, Miss Britt, what is up? So I don't even know. That's how much I live in my mind. I don't even look at the 3D anymore in terms of, like, days. You know what I mean? I have no idea what time it is, what day it is. It's all just labels. It's all just titles. Am I in Canada? No. That's random. I don't think I've ever been asked that before. No, I'm not Canada. I've been to Canada. I've been to Montreal and Toronto, and I love that area of Niagara Falls, the Canadian side. It's so much more lit than the American side, in my opinion. Like, I remember they had all these, like, fun houses and shit. Oh, my God. It was so much fun. I fucking love it. I don't know if they still have that. Time doesn't exist. Yes, today is your Friday. Hell yeah, every day is just, you know, every day that ends with a Y is my favorite day of the week because time doesn't exist and everything is perfect. I'm originally from New York. So there goes the explanation of my fascination with tropical climates because New York was not tropical. Am I from Staten Island? No. I'm from Queens originally, but born in Brooklyn. So yeah. Oh shit, Nicole, New York in the house. What's up? Yeah, anyone like that, you know, is saying, oh, you're from Staten Island, what is up? Floral Park, oh shit, I know Floral Park. Ooh. Rancho Cucamonga. I actually have been there. I actually have. I mean, the thing is, like, whenever someone, like, here's a, like, I grew up in New York, if they're not from that area, they're like, wow, what's it like? I'm like, I mean, you know what I mean? It is what it is. I've always liked tropical climates. New York is not that. New York, that shit gets, like, so fucking cold. Balls frozen off and fucking everything. Like, you going out with the fucking ski mask and shit. Palm tree would stand no chance there. I mean, I don't know. It's just, like, I get it, like, the hype of it. Like, if someone has never been, it's like, ooh, buildings, you know what I mean? But, like, I don't know. To me, I'm just like, okay, it's what, you know. Ooh, Scottsdale. I've been to Scottsdale. It gets super hot over there, but I love it. Again, and they have palm trees there. San Diego, yeah, San Diego is lit. No palm trees unless they're plastic. Yo, for real. Absolutely. There are no palm trees in New York. Yeah, I heard that too. New York has recently been classified as subtropical. I'm like, what? I mean, I don't fucking know. Like, I don't know how that climate thing works, honestly. I don't even think like Southern California or Texas is considered tropical, like Southern Texas. I think just like Florida, like very South Florida, maybe that's considered tropical, but like I don't fucking know, so don't quote me on anything like that. I've heard Costa Rica was amazing. There's actually this place that I wanted to go down there, the Rhythmia retreat thing. That to me looks fun. That looks super fun. But like I've never been. I don't know. I want to do that in like a ceremonial setting with like randos that I don't know. Like That's how I would go to Costa Rica. Woohoo! The way it's normal for you is the way we're supposed to make everything normal for manifesting. Exactly. Just normalize it, and it's not a big deal, because you know what, the outside is not a big deal. What's a big deal is in your mind, because if it's normal to you to like know that you're the shit and you're the creator of your experience and everything goes your way, that's what's going to play out. It's not going to seem like magic or anything. Because like motherfuckers, you know, a lot of times say that, oh, manifestation is magical. Like no, it isn't. It's natural. It seems magical because you were programmed to believe that you can't manifest things out of thin air just by thinking about them. So it does seem like magic, but it's not. That's actually the normal. What's not normal is thinking that you have to exert like a huge physical effort to get what you want. If you miss someone, it means they miss you. You are on their mind. Hell yeah, Anna. That's good. That is the way that you want to look at it. Motherfucker on your mind because they miss you. That's it. You assign that meaning because that's what it is. How long have I been practicing LOA? Well, I mean, if we want to get like super specific, you know, my whole life, because we're always manifesting, but like consciously, I mean, really like making like a conscious effort maybe for like 2 or 3 years. I mean, I was always kind of into it, but I wasn't like about it, like, oh shit. And the one that brought me into this was Neville Goddard. That's why I just, you know, he's my go-to, because I started reading about like the stuff that he was talking about, because when I first stumbled upon it from the spiritual community, I found Abraham Hicks, and I was like, okay, I would listen to it, but I like the way that they presented it, like I kind of understood, but I didn't. I was like, and then like Neville Goddard was just more concise in the way he explained things. And then I was like, oh, okay, I get it. So with Law of Assumption and that, like probably like 2 or 3 years, maybe 3 years, I get everything because I do nothing. I love that. That is fucking perfect. That is so perfect. I get everything because I do nothing. Well, I mean, you're always doing something. You're doing something in your mind, but like, I know what you mean. I absolutely love that. Abraham Hicks is good for you when you were in high school, but then you expanded to other. Yeah, Abraham Hicks, I feel like from what I've heard was like the first dabbling that people had when they got into manifestation, which is my experience too, which is maybe why I'm aware of it and why it keeps being reflected back to me. But like most of the individuals that I've spoken to about reality co-creation are like Abraham Hicks. I'm like, yep. So it could just be a me thing that I just encounter this because that was my experience and, you know, the resonance. But I mean, they do have like a good concept of it, you know, in my opinion, but it didn't click the way Neville clicked for me. Like Neville was more, I mean, they call Neville Goddard a mystic, so I don't know how logical it can be with mysticism, but I found him to be more logical, and it was just, okay, this is what it is. Whereas Abraham Hicks, I felt was more like nebulous in the way that they would go about it. But I think both have good content. It really depends, like, you know, who you resonate with, you know, because there's so many different personalities out there that are talking about this type of stuff. So it's like if you resonate with the way some individual speaks, it doesn't mean that someone else who's talking about it is wrong. It just means that you have a resonance. Like, okay, the way that they talk, oh, I get it now. Like it's like that. So Abraham Hicks might have really great content for some people, but I just don't get it like the way Neville. I'm like, and Florence Scovel Shin. Yeah, yo, right there. Florence is great. And I just said Florence Scovel Shin. I didn't even look at the chat. Look at that manifestation. Fuck yeah. I mean, I don't agree with everything that they say, because even Florence Scovel Shin starts talking about, oh, the right selection, and, you know, like, I'm kind of like, no, you can have exactly what you want, but, you know, that's just her belief. She's like, oh, well, you know, you shouldn't ask for that thing. You should ask for that, or it's equivalent. And I'm like, I don't really agree with that aspect of her teachings, but, I mean, she has great content, too. I don't know. Neville and Florence Scovel Shin, I think, you know what I'm going to do? I'm gonna put them in like a metaphor, just like I did with Scar and Ursula, because that's what I gotta do. I gotta put them in some sort of metaphor. I don't know what, but I'm gonna put them in a metaphor, because I think they were out at like around the same time, like 1940s. And I know Neville's like one of his last lectures was in like the 60s or something. They were like kind of out around the same time. I wonder where Florence Scovel Shin got her information from, or she just like stumbled across it, because I know that like Neville and Joseph Murphy, they got it from Abdullah. Your word is your want. Yes, exactly. Oh, Adam, you saw Scar and Ursula? Yo, that shit, I don't know where that came from, like the depths of Narnia, but it was a good analogy in the moment, you know? Your word is your want. I like that one, and I like the game of life and how to play it. It's like so excellent. That was so fucking funny. Well, thank you. Yeah, Scar and Ursula. I don't know. It just popped up. Narnia in the house with the code, Anna. We know the code. What did this? No, you don't need to feel. You just know. You just know. That's it. And if you can't get to like that precise knowing, the more you just remain say, nope, it's done, it's done, it's done now, it's done now. You don't have to fully know it because the thing can show up if you don't fully know it, but you just want to keeping yourself on board with that story. You don't want to, go back into the other, whatever the fuck bibbidi bobbidi boo shit you had going on. You want to stay focused on the new story. Whoa, I don't know, the comments are like scrolling, but I can't see them, so it's all good, I guess. Maybe I'm not meant to see them right now. Woohoo. Yeah, so my phone is like on 7%, but it's all good. Because I think I was talking for like over fucking 3 hours now, so I'll just let it kind of do its thing. But I'm having a really good time today on this random day. I don't even know what is today. Today's Monday, I think. It doesn't matter. Time doesn't exist. Time is just for the purpose of measuring third-dimensional space. I will say they talk about this. If any of you guys have seen the movie Lucy, they talk about that in there. I would recommend watching that because they explain how things work, and you are everyone, you are everything, and you open up levels of mind. And it has Morgan Freeman in it, and we all could use a little Morgan Freeman voice in our life. You know what I'm saying? It's just that's what it is. So I recommend watching the movie Lucy. I recommend How the Mind Works. I recommend that movie Lucy. It's Morgan Freeman is in it, and Scarlett Johansson. I recommend if you want to know about how like parallel reality works and jumping timelines works, like that type of quantum mechanics, the movie Coherence. There were no like big name actors in it, but it was a really good movie. Just Google Coherence. I think it's on I think it's on Amazon Prime Video. I'm not sure if it's on like Netflix or Hulu or anything. I'm gonna look. I just want to tell you the year in case anyone. The chat is not moving for me, so I keep having comments, but I can't see them, so I don't know exactly what's going on here. But Coherence. Those two I recommend. For knowing how the mind creates reality, watch Lucy, and then for knowing how like timelines, jump and things like that, Coherence, and it came out in 2013. And my phone is. Yeah, he's ready for bed. He's ready for his power up. So thank you all for joining. Leave you with those two movies and the books, Neville Goddard, anything by Neville Goddard, or you can listen to his lectures on YouTube for free, and then Florence Scovel-Shinn, The Game of Life and How to Play It, Your Word is Your Wand. Thank you all for joining, for the conversation, for the likes, for the chats, for the gifts. And this will be posted on YouTube. It'll be a 2-part series because, I don't know what happened with the first one. Thank you for the roses. Thank you all for joining, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.